The Texas trio is back. My word earlier was fortification because Representative Schaefer has come up with an idea to make Operation Lone Star a more permanent and arguably manageable mission by setting up a Rio Grande Valley-based team. Stephen, North Texas residents will probably be told they won't lose any more troopers to border deployments with this idea. That's got to be a good selling point, right?
It depends on what you care about, right? So this will be an offshoot of DPS, like Representative Schaefer said, but you're swapping out Operation Lone Star with a more permanent solution. In his opinion, I think what North Texans are going to question is, one, how are you going to continue to fund it? And then two, and this is a question that I have, is this just going to go away when Ron DeSantis or someone on the Republican side of the aisle becomes president? It kind of just seems like window dressing to me when it comes to, I understand the intent. We have a problem at the border. Governor Abbott's solution is Operation Lone Star. Schaefer wants to slide in a more permanent solution, but I just don't really see that being a selling point of saying more troopers will be able to come up to North Texas.
Yeah, you bring up a good point, Stephen. Greg, DPS has a Marine unit, so maybe this is kind of like an offshoot like that. But some immigration advocates, as expected, they have attacked this overall idea. What alternatives have you heard down in the Houston area?
Alternatives, aside from somehow forcing President Biden and the federal government to actually do the job, not many alternatives. Let's call this what it is, a rebranded expansion of DPS with both political and practical purposes. On the practical side, you replace part-time National Guard and state troopers uncomfortably deployed from across the Lone Star State with a new cohort of peace officers who actually live on or near the border. I mean, the need is real. Fentanyl, human trafficking, cartel violence, it's all real and costing lives each and every day. Now, on the political side, creation of a state border patrol highlights the fact that the federal border patrol isn't getting the job done. I've also heard that this proposal amounts to hyper-conservative cover for moderate House Speaker Dade Phelan, who can point to the border guard and say to the Republican base, look at what we did. Now, I know you guys remember constitutional carry. Is it really a coincidence that last session it was Matt Schaefer who carried that red meat measure as well?
You know, Stephen, when you brought up cost, and when talking about the cost and claims of success regarding Operation Lone Star, an article posted last year that's popular with critics quotes a statement made by a former East Texas lawmaker during a hearing in 2018, the late Dan Flynn. According to that article, he said, it's almost offensive to say, what are the results? We don't know how much Schaefer's bill will cost, but he told me he believes a border unit will eventually be more efficient than what's being done now. Do you think limited government Republicans in North Texas will buy that?
I mean, and going off of something that Greg mentioned, we have this huge surplus, right? And so there is a funding resource out there. It's just a matter of how can you consistently fund this. We don't know how much it costs. Greg also mentioned fentanyl. Up here in North Texas, we are really being hit with it. We had 3 students, middle and high school students, die in a couple months span. Okay, you have Operation Lone Star on the border that's supposed to stop the fentanyl from getting in. They're not. And so what's the difference if you just swap this out with a more permanent solution? So to answer your question as far as more, I guess, fiscally responsible or fiscally concerning Republicans in North Texas, I mean, funding is going to be a big part of this, but also stopping the drugs. Critic could say, well, Operation Lone Star is not stopping the drugs, so what will be the difference here?
Yeah, it's like the little Dutch boy trying to put his finger in the dike, and you know it still continues to flow. Hey, Greg, when I first heard about HB 20, you got to do this quick. I thought of the movie Machete. Do you think that's an over-type, cell? You know, they called it death squads. A state lawmaker. Is that narrative sticking in Southeast Texas?
Well, just from the usual suspects, to borrow another movie title, what I am hearing is horror from middle-class families, too many of which are walking into bedrooms and finding a beloved child dead from a single fentanyl-laced pill. That's a genuine, real-time fear, not a hypothetical prediction of future abuse by paramilitary posses.
Stephen, does this survive a court challenge? Can it?
Well, Operation Lone Star has survived, right? But that's temporary Governor Abbott order. So we'll have to just wait and see. I mean, Operation Lone Star has been going on over a year. This is just a more permanent solution. It will definitely be challenged, of course.
All right, guys, we're going to wrap this up. To see this interview or any of the other past interviews that we have done, go to our station's YouTube page.
And continue the conversation with us on social media.
Hey, the legislative session is continuing to heat up. Join us next week for another hot topic. Until then, let us know what you think the issue is.